This is my boy Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Jeff is currently in just a little bit of trouble.
FBI, open up!
The SWAT team recently raided his casa when they found evidence of him being the Lego City Butcher. And Jeff, doing such a naughty has him facing a few years behind bars. So, Jeff's friend Bob here is going to move into his house and take over his black market arms dealing business. But here's the thing about Bob. He is much more classy than Jeff. What? And therefore only carries the most high military grade arsenal of weapons to sell to his clients.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So in today's video, we're going to be checking out military grade Lego weapons from stores like BrickTactical.com and decking out Bob's clients with some insane military gear. Now again, Bob prefers the finer things in life, so he's set up his black market weapons dealing inside a beautiful town with a devilish HOA, run by none other than crude businessman Tomothy Nook. But Bob just slips Tom a couple singles to keep him looking the other way when he does his arms dealing. So let's get our first client in. Our first client being who else but the US military here, baby. We've got some special outfits for them. Sidan Toys recently released some brand new accessories. So we gotta equip him with a standard ballistics vest. The reason we need this particular model is because of these little dots on it. And these little dots he can actually use as studs in order to plug in this, which kind of just looks like a piece of plate armor on the ballistic armor, but it's actually a pistol holster. So we can take one of our working Glocks here, which you can shift the hammer up and down, which is so awesome. We've seen a bunch of these before, but this one is red, and you can go ahead and shove it into the holster right there. Beautiful, baby. On top of that, the armor has back studs as well, including one large one, which is Lego compatible, but what we're going to be using it today for is this, a brand new radio operator backpack that Sidan Toys went ahead and released. There's also two more miniature studs underneath where that backpack goes. We're gonna go ahead and tack on one of these tactical flashlights on the back there, so he has a little bit more equipment. And on the other side, we could put a little bit of crowd control pepper spray, but that's not really what I have planned for this guy. If you noticed, he did have an Air Force undershirt. So we're gonna go ahead and give him one of these cool fighter jet mouthpieces right there, as well as, of course, we're going to equip his helmet, but this is not going to be fighter jet pilot. We have been there, done that with, you know, this guy before, who is cool. Don't get me wrong, but instead, we're gonna go a little bit more modern and give this guy a remote control. I think we all know where this is going, because Sidan Toys has released brand new Lego drones for some droneage. This sucker has a lot of teeny tiny parts, so let's build it. And there we go, guys. This thing is actually sick. So you got propellers that actually spin, and then you have multiple cameras, including a top camera and a bottom camera right there. It also does have handles, so you could technically have minifigs flying underneath it. Although I think this is just for, you know, launching said drone and stuff like that. But god dang, the future is now, old man.
Sentry, I'm gonna build you.
That might be one of the coolest drones I've ever seen in Lego. And definitely military grade. Well done, Bob. Now, real quick, I wanted to mention, my book, Army Men, Blight of the Empire, is releasing on December 1st. It's based on a lot of our Army Men Civil War series over on Daily Tactics. Completely written by me. I am so excited about this thing. It has been years in the making. Available for pre-order on Kindle right now, link in the description below, and the full release will be on December 1st. So if you guys go and wishlist it for me and pre-order it if you want, it would be so appreciated. Thank you guys so much for the support. Once again, link in the description below. Now, Bob here has also been ordering fresh supplies from Daddy Bezos, and the Amazon truck has delivered, baby. So the next custom military minifigure is actually coming from a custom shop I found on Amazon, and as you can see, it makes incredible Call of Duty Modern Warfare minifig accessories. So let's go ahead and take another standard US military figure as our baseline here, and we can go ahead and equip him with the tactical cape, the custom Ghosts headset. That looks insane. Now, the rest of his body is still, you know, just kind of standard military camouflage, which I don't think looks great. So why don't we go ahead and give him, if it fits with the rest of the customs, the BrickTactical belt here, which hopefully this does fit. No, it doesn't. No! All right, in that case, we're going to switch the entire body over to a US Marine who just has BrickMania custom printed body armor already, so it looks very nice. Now, I also purchased some new perfect caliber weaponry. Look at this ACWR here. This thing is so detailed. God dang, that looks so nice. So we can, of course, give it to this guy here. And you know, the modern military vibes are immaculate. However, maybe this gun is saved for a more down-to-earth battlefield operator, since it is verging on realism with Lego. And since it's Call of Duty here, I mean, we gotta give him a camo gun. Yeah, the Radiation M4 right there, baby. Probably cost $19.99 of COD points or whatever, but god dang, does this dude look fire with it. Heck yeah, boy. My boy Bob here, though, is going to need additional US Army soldier for more Call of Duty. So we've got some more of these custom painted and printed modern military pieces. Sort of like a scarf with a knife sheathed into it, which is kind of crazy. And then this one's really cool. Red Skull operator mask. Okay, that goes hard. It is a little bit weird having such a detailed head on a minifig, but I mean, it does look sick. We have another new Call of Duty weapon here. We've got the M4 with the 6x scope on it, plus it's golden, baby. He unlocked the golden gun. This is kind of that golden sheen that you'd see in like Black Ops 1, which is like the best iteration of the golden guns in my opinion. My man has clearly prestiged a few times. But that's not all. Bob is a shopaholic. We have another iteration of the ghost mask here. This one is more hooded versus the other one which had headphones on. So why don't we go ahead and take our Battlefield 6 sniper that we made the other day and Call of Duty him out, baby. That looks so good. And then this was from eBay, a custom printed rifle with a collapsible bipod right there. Not quite as good as the Sidan Toys ones, but certainly does look sick. And I also got this tiny little cigarette. Don't smoke, but it does look cool, and it has that tiny little nub on it for a minifig to actually hold it, which is really clever because the nub is basically a circle or a sphere, and you can basically just maneuver it around however you want. Oh yeah, looks so good. Now Bob got lazy and also purchased a couple of the pre-built minifigures here. These are from the newest line of modern brick warfare, and we've purchased from them in past videos. And they always deliver. They got good stuff. The first one we got here is some sort of airborne cavalry figure, it looks like. You can see they have a huge number of them that we've purchased before. And I believe they do use a lot of Sidan Toys items. So you'll recognize a lot of this in here, including, we've had this one before, a little water backpack, which is kind of funny. We also have a mono cam light for his helmet right there. And yet there's the airborne cavalry, I believe, logo. And this is one of those vests that you can put the items onto. So these do clip on and off. Actually looks really good as it is. He does come with a standard rifle there, but let's go ahead and remove that and swap it out with a green variant of the golden gun we saw earlier, since that kind of matches his whole aesthetic. The second trooper we have here is, I believe, supposed to be from the US Army Gulf War. Oh, nice. Actually printed on helmets. That's kind of rare to see. I like that. And again, another standard rifle. However, I think we're actually going to remove this helmet because I have a far more sophisticated one here. This is another custom printed and painted helmet which actually flips up and down with its MVGs. Do need to take his gas mask as well, but it does fit quite nicely on our boy, and you can flip down the MVGs. Awesome. So we've got a lot of the minifigs covered for these military grade weapons, but I also purchased some extra weapons themselves. These are the new bimodular shotguns from BrickArms. So these are supposed to be kind of themed after the Wild West, and you can go ahead and actually attach the double barrel to them, and they include a bone saw for you to go ahead and saw off the barrel and equip it with a shorter barrel. Now, a sawed-off shotgun, I believe, is illegal in the United States. I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure making that modification is illegal. You can see that the handles, actually, the stocks, have two different grips to them. But it is cool that you can mix and match those. And it's funny, they give you the tool with which to do it. Now you might be wondering, god dang, we have a lot of guns, but not a lot of ammo. Well, that's where the new BrickArms ammo pack comes from. So we should pretty much be able to reload any weapon with this sucker. Oh, that's a lot. Couple exploded on out. Yeah, there's a lot here. We have some tank shells. We have some bazooka rounds, flak gun rounds. We have a whole lot of stripper clips here for World War II rifles. We have empty artillery shells, which is kind of a cool detail. Some smaller APCR rounds, HE rounds. Pretty much every type of round is in here for an anti-tank gun or a tank. We also have some of these clips where basically you can go ahead and attach them at these various points and create yourself a nice machine gun bandolier that's actually bendable, which is a really nice feature. We also have some other ones. This is for like a World War II machine, or this is for like a World War I machine gun. It goes in the side like that. I forget the name of it. Some other random assorted bullets and things, which is It's pretty cool. And speaking of World War II, Jeff, of course, has some historical clients. These new custom printed and painted World War II chest plates come into play. So we have two from the Allies over here, one with an M1911 in it, the other just with sort of ammunition bandoliers, and they've got grenades and satchels and things like that on the back as well, canteens. And then one German machine gunner bandolier right there. So for das German, you just go ahead and tuck it on there and really looks fantastic. Look at that. God dang, adds so much detail. And then we do the exact same for the United States. I really like these because they kind of make the minifig a little bit more 3D. They pop more. Makes it feel like there's a lot more detail without a lot more work. We also have some other additional historical customs that are coming to us military grade. One of which being like an old school, I don't know, this is like a trench coat, but it's more of a trench coat from like the 1700s, as well as a flintlock musket here. So we're gonna need some red coats for these bad boys, I think. Or better yet, a Continental Army soldier. Once again, custom printed and painted, which honestly, it's worth it, but it does get more expensive. To make an entire army with these would be very pricey. Like, I think this coat alone was like $5. So I think you shove the fig in there, and then you must put the arms back in. Just mild dismemberment, don't worry about it. And then we put the head back on. Gorgeous. Boy looks so fashionable. And then on top of that, we go ahead and give him the very large flintlock musket. I mean, this thing is huge. Can he hold it from here too? Yes, he can. Okay. That looks a little bit better, I guess. I don't know, that thing is very large. Did anyone play the Assassin's Creed American Revolution game? I have the concealed blade from that here as well. So now he is ready to assassinate, I don't know, King George. Hear ye, hear ye. It actually looks really good. I can't lie, this looks sick. Now I think we'd better travel back in time one more time because I got ourselves a new Templar Knight here. As you can see, he's got a very cursed face. My man had like acid thrown in it or something absolutely horrible. That's okay. We also have a new Brick Warriors Crusaders helmet. So we could just cover up those, I don't know, call them imperfections, acid burns. We also have a new Morningstar mace here, which this thing is dangerously spiky IRL. Like, if you stepped on this, it would be like stepping on a Lego times 1000. That looks fire, but let's also go ahead and give him a small dagger as a secondary there as well. Well, boys, Bob's shopping cart is empty now. He has purchased all of the military-grade weapons on Amazon, eBay, BrickTactical.com, and more. And honestly, they just keep getting better every time we do one of these videos. I feel like there's always these really new cool products, but one thing that is never better is the Lego gun. As you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, we've been trying to find an actually good working Lego gun, and they all break or don't shoot in the first place. But I have high hopes today, because this sucker, Lighten the Dream, has very good reviews. So, let's build it. And there we go. Now, per usual, I have not fired this thing yet. I saved that for now. And it looks good. It's lightweight. And what's nice is there's actual springs inside of this one. So, I don't know if you can see it, but you can hear it. They use actual springs versus rubber bands, which the other ones all use rubber bands, and they tend to make it break because they're a little too elastic. This one also uses a stud shooter here instead of a rubber band to shoot, which I think might also help. There'll just be less tension on the insides of the gun. It's also a little bit better made, I've noticed. So let's give it a try. Shooting Bjob right now. Didn't work. Hold on. Nope, didn't work. Oh my god. How could this not work? Oh, it worked! Okay. Certainly packs less of a punch than some of the... It does work, nice. Rubber band ones we've used. However, it's not gonna break like those. I mean, this one, I feel like I could shoot it a million times without it breaking. Now, it does have a little flashlight attachment at the bottom there. It doesn't actually turn on, unlike some of the other models we've used where they actually put a small flashlight in it. But this is solid. This one, I would actually recommend. This might be the first and only good Lego gun we have ever built on the channel. For today's giveaway, we're going to be giving away these 3 World War II customs with their brand new fits they got going on. We'll also be giving away Mr. Air Cavalry here because I actually bought a couple of these for a future video I'm working on. All you gotta do is hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite thing you saw in this video, or what weapons do you think LEGO should make in the future? Or rather, custom LEGOs should make in the future. Also, be sure to check out, link in the description below, Army Men Blight of the Empire. It would be much appreciated. Releases December 1st. Pre-order for Kindle available now. Paperback and hardcover releasing December 1st. Thanks for watching. Bye!